too.
What is up, Sunrise Nutrition and Fitness?
Hello, hello.
I am Dustin.
And I am Tanya.
And we are Sunrise Nutrition and Fitness. Today is our live Q&A, in which we do every Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our followers. And we are grateful to have you and thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much.
We have a few people jumped on. Abby, thank you for joining us. Chelsea and Scott, what's happening, my man? Today's topic is nutrition, and we got a few questions in. If you guys have any questions while we go through this, let us know, and we will try to field them as best we can. So, I think since we have a few people on, we will get started with, right off the bat, is if you are not following us on Facebook or Instagram, or both, we would greatly appreciate that. As well as we write blogs and have a ton of information on our website at sunrisenf.com. And then we also have a YouTube channel, which is Sunrise Nutrition and Fitness. So if you would please feel free to check it out and subscribe. We actually do a weekly vlog on there. Right now we're doing a 75 hard challenge, and we explain it all in our vlog.
And we post every week our updates for the week that we just finished, just to kind of let you guys know what we're going through and how we're dealing with it.
Sure, because we struggle with nutrition and fitness just like everybody else. I'm here to tell you 4 o'clock in the morning is 4 in the morning for me, just like 4 in the morning is for you.
Yeah, I feel like I can't breathe at 4 in the morning.
Sure. So yeah, we talk about our struggles, we talk about our successes, and so that's kind of the links that you can find us on, and we hope that we are able to add some value to your guys' lives. And let's get started.
Let's get started.
So, with the topic being nutrition this week, how many calories should I eat on the daily?
A good rule of thumb is to take your body weight times 10 to start out, and that's a good indication of how many calories you should be eating. But be mindful, you might need to adjust it a little bit depending on, I would say, if you were looking more to lose weight, taking your body weight times 10, that amount of calories would be a good way to start.
Sure, yeah. So 10 would be a good way to start to maybe lose some weight. 12 would be usually a good place to start if you are trying to stay where you're at. And 14 is usually a good way to, if you wanted to put some weight on. So if you're 200 pounds, times 10 would mean you would eat 2,000 calories. And that's a good start. Obviously we can adjust up or down, and that'll give you a good start to figure out how many calories you should be eating. It's the nutrition industry anymore is so confusing. I don't know if I'm supposed to be on fasting or keto or meat or are carbs bad or whatever. The answer is no, 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 and no. Find something that's sustainable for you on a daily basis and something that you can incorporate into your lifestyle. So people have birthdays, people have gatherings, people have family, people will go on trips, people go on vacations, people like to have a couple drinks once in a while. The key is to stay consistent with your way of eating, with your healthy lifestyle. The key is to indulge in certain times and to pull back at certain times. So obviously if you're going on vacation, it's probably a good time to maybe try out the local cuisine, maybe have a few drinks, kick back. but also, make sure we're getting steps in, and make sure that we're, doing some movement and stuff like that. It's super easy to ruin all the things that you have worked towards just by indulging a little bit too much. So, can you have a piece of cake at a birthday party? Absolutely. Throw a scoop of ice cream with it, and you got yourself something good. But the rest of the day, be mindful of what you have going on. Maybe try to get a few extra steps in, and move on with your life. It's not life or death. Nothing's going to kill you. It's just, be mindful of what you got going on. Make it a lifestyle, though. Don't make it a diet. Don't make it miserable. Don't cut or restrict or get super crazy with everything. Just really be mindful and adjust accordingly. Now, that doesn't mean it's Cinco de Mayo, so have 11 tacos today and 8 margaritas, and then tomorrow I got a quinceañera, so let's have 3 pieces of cake and ice cream, and then the next day is church. Well, we always go to my favorite pancake place on Sundays for it's like.
Find balance.
Yes, like a little bit of one, a little bit of the other, or indulge in one and kind of pull back on the other ones. It's truly make it a lifestyle, but don't make it so restrictive that you can't stand it or you can't stand yourself. Hey Alex, what's happening? Ken, thanks for joining us. Danielle, thank you. Appreciate everybody for joining us. Yeah. So, with how many calories, the next question I have is how much protein do I need?
And with that, a good rule of thumb there is to take your body weight times 1 gram of protein that you would need. So if you weighed, say, 170 pounds, you would eat roughly 170 grams of protein at each meal.
Yeah.
Or not each meal, sorry, for the day.
Yeah. So, and I would say, as long as you're within like 80%, so maybe like, 130 to 170, you're doing really good. It's don't focus so much on being perfect as you are on focusing on eating good, healthy proteins. We're not eating them greasy Slim Jims and stuff like that.
Sure.
Stick with things like egg whites, eggs, chicken, turkey, fish, red meat, steak, beans, lentils.
Tofu.
Tofu if you don't eat meat. There's plenty of options, but really try to focus on trying to have protein at every meal. It'll keep you full longer. It'll keep you satiated. It also helps to regulate your blood sugar and will keep you on the right track. What's up, my man Harold? How you doing, buddy? Glad to see you on. Lindsay, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
But yeah, so as long as you're within, but good rule of thumb is 0.7 to 1 grams per pound of body weight. And like I said, so yeah, if you're 170, then 170 grams would really be ideal. But don't get too carried away with the exact numbers, and focus more on enjoying what you're eating, trying new things,
Listening to your body,
eating whole foods. The more whole foods you eat, the easier it is to hit these grams, and enjoy it. Don't make it miserable. Just be able to enjoy it. If you have some eggs for breakfast and some chicken for lunch and some hamburger for dinner, and you still need a little bit, and you have a little cottage cheese and a dollop of peanut butter, we're in pretty good shape. So yeah, just be mindful of what you're doing and enjoy it. All right. Next question is, how much fruit should I eat in a day?
Try to usually, be mindful with your fruit, but usually we say like to have 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a day, or 1 to 2 per 2 to 3 servings of vegetables.
Yeah, so more vegetables than fruit, obviously. Fruit has fructose in it, which everybody thinks is the devil for some reason, but it's nature's sugar, and that's a natural sweetener. But yeah, if if you're into fruit, we try to stick with things that are not as sweet. So try to stick with blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. And then the other side, you know, like melons, bananas, that type of thing. They're on the sweeter side, so there's going to be some more fructose in them, which is going to incorporate more carbohydrates to your diet. But yeah, we try to stick with blueberries. Right now, I'm on a blueberry thing. I could eat a 5-gallon bucket of them. But yeah, try to stick 1 to 2 pieces of fruit for every 2 to 3 servings of vegetables. I technically only eat 1 serving of fruit every day. I eat 1 cup of blueberries a day right now.
I do the same.
But I'm eating vegetables at breakfast. I'm eating vegetables at lunch. I'm eating vegetables in my afternoon snack, and I'm eating vegetables at dinner. So 4 vegetables to 1 cup of blueberries is where I am personally right now. Sometimes I might throw in a banana in the afternoon or something like that. But yeah, usually I'm like 2 to 4 or 5 is how we do it. That's what we recommend.
Yeah.
What's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit is, it's a toss-up between blueberries and bananas.
Yeah, I like both of them too.
Yeah.
How do you like to eat bananas?
I like to eat bananas in my overnight oats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too. One thing we do like with bananas is to cut them into like
little bite-sized
pieces.
rounds.
Yeah, and then put just a little bit of peanut butter between them, and then smash another piece together, put them in the freezer, and they end up like this little peanut buttery banana frozen treat, and they are delicious.
Super good.
For sure.
Especially on a hot summer day.
So there's a little tip for you that no one asked about.
Yeah.
All right. I have a supplements with a question mark. So I'm guessing this is, should I be taking supplements, or what supplements should I be taking?
A question that I get asked a lot is, should I be taking protein as a supplement? And my answer to you would be, make sure that your diet is on point first. Make sure that you're trying to get all of your nutrients and your macros from your food. Once you have gotten to that point, if you're trying to, reach a different level, maybe you're more athletic and you need a little extra protein to help supplement your diet, then that's when we would talk about doing protein. But if your diet is not on point, then I wouldn't even think about taking any type of a protein supplement until you have that kind of dialed in, and then you can, we can start talking about incorporating a protein supplement.
Sure, and that's one thing that I would like to point out on this conversation is supplements are exactly that, a supplement to your diet. And a lot of people get that confused. They're having 2 or 3 shakes a day and only eating 2 or 3 times a day, and that's kind of the opposite of what we're looking for. So obviously focus on whole foods, focus on lean meats and vegetable type beans, tofu, that type of thing. And get all that kind of in order. A lot of people ask about probiotics, or should I drink kombucha, or should I take this, or should I take that? And at the end of the day, we need to remember that until our diet is pretty dialed in, maybe like 80 to 90%, them supplements aren't going to do a lot for us. And so a supplement is kind of exactly what it states, and it literally supplements your diet. So if you're supplementing a crappy diet, you're literally just throwing money away. Until we kind of clean up what we're eating and get on track with that, do we need to necessarily concern ourselves with supplements?
Not so much.
That's it. Whitney, what's happening? Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Brassman, what's up? What's up? Anton and Fagundes, thank you. Daniel, hey, that's awesome. Bananas are good. Try that banana little sweet treat. Daniel, you are from Brazil. I would imagine you got awesome bananas there.
And they can't be too ripe. They have to be like a little brown.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect banana, in my opinion.
Sure. All right. What is your favorite treat meal? And it says treat, and that's how we kind of like to talk. A lot of people say cheat meals and cheat days and blah, blah, blah. That goes back to if we're kind of mindful of what we're eating and we're having a piece of cake and some ice cream, or we're having a few drinks, or we're having pancakes for breakfast, you don't necessarily need cheat meals and all this other hoopla. It causes bad juju inside of our brains, thinking that the only time we get to eat the food that we like is when we get a cheat meal or whatever. So we like to call them treats or fun meals, or just relax meals, like where you don't have to think about it. You have have a glass of wine, or have cake and ice cream, or some pizza or whatever.
Something without the guilt.
Yeah, and just when you're done eating it, move on with your life.
Right.
It's not a super big deal. So the question is, what is your favorite treat meal?
Boy, I don't know. I mean, I do like pizza. Like, pizza is bomb.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I would have to go with pizza. There's a lot of foods out there I like, but some of them I can really make them a healthier version, like tacos. I love street tacos, and boy, yeah, tacos are my thing.
Yeah.
But I can make those a healthier version. Pizza is kind of hard. I mean, and I like to overindulge in pizza once in a while. Like,
sure.
Pizza.
Yeah. Pizza. I like nachos, but I like chips. I like crunchy. I like
delicious.
So chips and dip, or chips and salsa, or chips and guacamole, chips with barbecue. Yeah. So nachos, that type of thing. That's kind of up my alley. One key that I will tell you is, and we've been running in our story, we've been kind of giving you guys ideas of foods and if they're healthy or not. We're calling it if they're sunrise success or not. And a lot of foods can absolutely trick you into what you're thinking. So make sure that you're reading labels, make sure that you're looking at ingredients, make sure that you're paying attention to what you're actually eating. The other day I did one on black bean and corn Tostitos and regular Tostitos, and almost all of our followers clicked on the black bean ones because we assume that that's more healthy. And when you turn it over, the list of ingredients is 5 times that of normal Tostitos. And realistically, tortilla chips are about as good as you can get as far as chips go. Usually they're just corn, some form of oil, and salt. And so, that's only 3 ingredients. And when her and I are looking for packaged meals that are not whole foods, we try to shoot for 5 ingredients or less. And so them chips would be something that we would purchase when we wanted to indulge in some chips and salsa. Where the black bean and corn ones, there was 25 things on there, and that immediately turns me away. I'll set that package back down, and I'll find something that's a little bit healthier. And I know we're talking about indulging in something that's not healthy, but you can find something that is healthier to indulge in, so that it's not a complete waste, and you're not completely throwing all your hard efforts away. So be mindful of what packages say, reading labels, checking things out. Just because it says heart healthy on the front doesn't mean anything. Check and make sure there's not a bunch of added sugar and stuff like that. So I would say mine has to do with chips. And that leads me into our last question for the night, unless any of you guys have any questions, which I would ask that you start to put them up now. If you do, we would love to answer them. We have a little extra time tonight, so if anybody has anything, by all means, please post it. But the question is, what sweeteners do I need to watch for? Because at the end of the day, the food processing companies are unbelievable, and they put more crap in our food that is causing more problems. The obesity, we're obviously more lazy now, we're not as active, we're not moving as much, and then we're eating these highly, highly processed foods, and we've gotten completely away from, what's your thing?
the flies walks.
Yeah.
If it flies, walks, or swims, it's a protein. If it comes from the ground, it's usually a carbohydrate. And then of course your fats you're gonna get from an animal or a plant source.
Sure, but yeah, basically, if it's not growing from the ground or it's not an animal, it's not food. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. One thing that I always say, like, and I'm gonna throw Arby's under the bus, but when I drive past Arby's and I see a 2 for $5 fish sandwich offer,
Yeah.
I call it an offer.
Sure.
One thing I like to remember is, if I can't make it for $5, like, I couldn't personally have 2 fish sandwiches that I made for $5. Remember that Arby's can't either. That's not fish, and it's cheap of goo that they can put together to sell to you as food. And remember, this is fully processed, fully disgusting. It grosses me out when I even see the 2 for $5 fish sandwich.
Sure, and I also like to think, like, in terms of the fish. Like, if I'm going to eat fish somewhere, I'm going to get it from somewhere where it's locally
farmed. Or fresh.
So, like, go to a fish market or, somewhere like that instead of a fast food place that tries to sell me fish.
Yeah.
That's just mine.
Sure. Yeah, but, like, on all fast food, and that just reminded me because I had seen the 2 for $5 the other day.
Yeah.
But be mindful that if you can't make a double McChicken flurry, whatever the hell it is, for the amount that they're selling it for, neither can they. And that's the God's honest truth. And that's where the preservatives and the chemicals and the crap and all that stuff comes into play, because now the chicken sandwich that you thought you were buying is now glue and formaldehyde and other stuff that sticks it together, and they can sell for a chicken sandwich. So be mindful. If you can't make it, neither can they. And that's something that we like to live by. So the question was, what sweeteners do I need to watch for? So there's things like maltodextrin, maltodextrin, I don't know how to say it, sucralose, high fructose corn syrup, obviously sugar, but at least sugar, you at least know that it's in there. Obviously it's not the greatest for us. Fruit carries fructose, so sometimes fructose will be in something. To me, if something was sweetened with fructose, at least it's coming from a fruit, like, I'm better off. The other ones are a highly processed, highly chemically induced situation, and it's something to really steer clear of. Our bodies aren't designed to break that stuff down because it's not food. Like, it'd be like us eating, if I told you to eat a box full of crayons, that's what some of this, like, type of stuff is. It's not food, but it's in our food because they allow it to be. And that's on us to start spending our money on food and kind of telling these companies that we don't need their crap anymore. We want healthy, strong, powerful bodies. They're the only bodies that we get, and we want to continue to grow and be sustainable as a society. And the direction we're headed with the food is not in good shape at this point. One thing we've talked about before is shopping the outer rim of the grocery store. If you're in the aisles, you're buying processed food. Granted, I know something, peanut butter's in there, canned vegetables are in there, rice and beans are in there. I'm just saying the majority of the food to stay away from is on the inside of them aisles. And so if you can get, 90% of your groceries from the outer edge of the grocery store, and you maybe have to pick up some canned vegetables or something, that's fine. But be very mindful of where you're shopping at in the grocery store. It'll tell you how healthy you are actually shopping by the time it's all said and done. So with that, those are the only questions I have for tonight. If anybody has anything, we would love to answer it. I hope this was beneficial. I hope somebody learned something from this. Feel free to let us know if you did, as well as let us know if you have any questions. We'll kind of wait maybe just a minute here,
and while we wait, so again, we do the live Q&A every Thursday. Are we doing one next Thursday?
Next Thursday is going to be not on Thursday. We're going to do it Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We have a travel trip that we need to do next Thursday, and we apologize. We will continue to be on Thursdays after that, but next week we have an arrangement to take care of some things for our personal health, and so next Wednesday at 6 p.m. we will go live. Obviously we will make posts and make sure everybody remembers and understands, that way we are not missing anybody. But if we do happen to miss you, these are on our YouTube channel at Sunrise Nutrition and Fitness. So if you weren't able to make it tonight, please join us on our YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button, and so you can continue to see as we pop up more videos, you can continue to see them.
And don't forget to hit that bell too. That gives you a notification every time we upload a new video. You get a notification so you never miss out.
Sure. And then again, you know, if you need to read our blog, we're at sunrisenf.com. We're both on Instagram and Facebook, Sunrise Nutrition and Fitness.
And if you guys have questions at any time, feel free to let us know. Drop them in the comments. Hit us up with a direct message. Send us an email.
Send us smoke signals.
Yeah, either of the sorts. We would love to hear from you. We are always here to help.
Yeah, and we would love to hear, you know, if you guys need something, we would love to point these, you know, towards what your questions and stuff are, so that we can help you out.
Yeah.
What's Scott got to say?
Scott has, and just because it may be in the organic or hippie food section doesn't make it healthy. That is absolutely correct.
For sure. And don't forget to wash your vegetables and fruits, and you know that they're sprayed with chemicals and all kinds of stuff, and you'll see as you start to take care of yourself more that the cancers and the obesity and some of the things that we're seeing a lot of right now are caused by a lot of the things we're eating and drinking. And just be mindful. Try to take care of your body. We only get one, and we hope that you can look, feel, and move at your best. With that, I don't see anything. I'm truly grateful for you all being on.
Thank you guys so much. We will see you on Wednesday.
Spread love.
Bye, guys.